Byron Velvick here at ICAST 2010. I mean, there's so much great stuff to talk about, but there's one thing that I am more excited to talk about than anything in the show, and that's going to be a bait that right now, and the way I rigged it, this whole thing, I'm almost speechless. You can tell I'm fumbling because this is something very, very cool. This is the Rego BV 3D swim bait. I won Clear Lake this year on it, but it wasn't just the bait that was the key. It was the way I rigged it and the hooks I used. I'm using an Owner hook. Now it comes with the Owner hook right here, and that's the traditional way. You got the line that's going to pull through. You're going to rig it to the hook. That's great. That's fine. That's dandy. But I'm at Clear Lake. I'm getting a lot of short strikes and a very key, very, very key. In fact, my biggest fish, the 10-pounder that I caught the first day, 10-10 to be exact, came on what is known as this. The stinger rig. This is the Owner stinger rig, and it's a stinger harness. So the harness is actually going to sit there and ride down from this hook. Line coming through here, bait here. It's going to replicate a hitch, the Rego BV 3D. It's a 7-inch. The line's going to come out the belly. It's going to come down to this hook, and here's the key. And I want to show you exactly how I rigged this. This year, in practice, I had a couple fish that hammered the bait, but I could tell they were biting it around the tail area. Clear Lake gets a lot of pressure. Swim baits are getting a lot more pressure on a lot of lakes. It's getting harder and harder now to catch a lot of fish. And guys are always talking about, hey, I'm getting bit on a swim bait, but they're just biting the tail. Well, Owner figured this all out. Owner belt to harness, the stinger harness, for me, the line tie is going to be on the split ring. I'm going to rig this through. I'm going to come back around. The cool part is it's a little loop. It's got the plastic in front of it. It goes over just like this, all three of these. It's going to slide down, and I'm going to show you how this whole thing works out. It's really, the loop goes over the hook, and it's so much easier to do this on the lake than in front of a camera. Slide it down, click it. Now it's ready, but I'm not done yet. So my line tie is going to go there. My hook is there. Now I got a harness hanging off of it. Now imagine if the line was coming through here. I'm taking the hook. It's an Owner main treble hook. Goes into the belly. The line's going to come through the swim bait to the belly to that hook. Now I like to take that harness, and what I want to do is I want to disguise this. I want this bait to have as the least amount of stuff hanging off of it, so I switch it over to the line being on the flush side of the hook. Just like this. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to size it. There's the harness coming down. I'm not just going to stick it in the tail because I don't want to affect the tail action. So I'm going to give it some wraps. I'm going to wrap it around once. I'm going to wrap around if I can. If I snug it down like that, I can maybe get another wrap on it. So now I got two wraps on it. So now it's tighter, it's shorter, it's closer to the bait. It's snugged in, and I am really having fun doing this in front of a camera and all these lights, but now it's flush. I'm going to put it behind the pectoral fins, drop it in here. Now, Clear Lake this year, I had 100 pounds, just under 100 pounds. I caught like 96 or 97 pounds. I won the tournament by like 6 or 7 pounds on this rig and this bait. The bait now is completely disguised. It's a mouthful of treble hooks. The fish are going to come up, if they don't take a headshot to it, they're going to come up behind it like that 10-pounder did, grab it right here. It's going to pull free. That hook's going to pull free. The bait's going to slide up the line, so when they start fighting you, they can't throw this. This thing's going up the line. All they got is a mouthful of Owner hooks. This is the deal. That swim bait, that hook, the stinger harness rig, that's what won Clear Lake this year. I mean, it was unlike anything I've ever seen. The fish were all over it, and because of those hooks, I didn't lose a fish.